This scooter, it is on sale right now for $21.50. And this is the new upgraded version, the LS7 Plus. Guys, this is the fastest budget HYPERSCOOTer I tested so far. So once it's out of the sale price, it's gonna be, you know, close to $3,000. If it is the same or comparable to a previous model that I tested last year, very good option on a budget. This scooter has 72-volt system, big battery, high speed. This is the fastest I tested in the tunnel in New York City last year.
Holy shit!
I think I got 115 kilometers an hour, close to 70 miles an hour, and Michael, who's much lighter, and this footage, he got 120, that's 70 an hour. Let's say 72, 73 because the speedometer is a little bit higher, but...
One more. Fucking scary! I love it!
Last year I got this version with unlocked controllers. I don't know how this is gonna be, but this for $21.50, it's an amazing deal. Let's unbox it and let's see what are the upgrades. All right, I have another box inside. This is how it looks on top. All right, so it is wrapped nicely. I like this plastic bag all around it, so in case if it gets wet, if it's outside and you're not home when it's delivered, it's not gonna get damaged. And this is how it looks inside. All right, so it looks similar design as the last year model, the same folding mechanism. It is massive, the same shape. I don't see any changes in design. And you get this box, and this is what's in the box. So you get here the manual, gift time, so you can pause and read this, the remote, the charger, the steer dampener, and the bicycle tool, universal bicycle tool. And that's pretty much it. Let's see the charger quickly. I like this charger. This was on previous scooters I reviewed last year and 2 years ago. Good quality. And this is 84 volts, only 2 amps. So that's gonna take a long time to charge this battery. I recommend to get 2 of them. Maybe this side. Oh, they're actually underneath here. So you have 2 charging ports right here underneath. Let's assemble the handlebar. Let's see if it's fully charged and take it outside and see what the scooter does. Here's the Nanrobot LS7 Plus 2025 version, and we have the upgraded 35 amp hour battery capacity. The older version was only 32. Upgraded lights and the rest of the components and the frame, it's exactly the same as the LS7 I tested in 2023 in October. 3000 watts motor in the back, 3000 watts in the front. And this time we have street tires that suits better the style I ride. Plenty of clearance to suit big, heavy riders. Let's get the speedometer up. I don't have my S25 Ultra mount, so I cannot mount this phone here, and this is coming off, so I have to wait for the right case for this application so I don't lose my phone and break it. Let's go and do a speed test. Let's see if this is different than previous model. I have to specify that the previous last year model was unlocked and had like extra features, extra power, like it was I think 90 or 70 amps, I forgot, and I think this is 50 amps or maybe low. I have to double check, but anyway, I don't know which control is inside, but we'll find out soon. We'll go in the 3rd gear, dual mode, and see what this does. Alright, suspension. Suspension is great. What is going on? Oh yeah. I think I pressed the brakes. The control and handling, it's amazing on the scooter. I'm pushing here half of the throttle and you can do more and control it. Super nimble. Let's see if the suspension is all the way to negative. So we're getting surprises. Alright, so all the way to negative. Yeah, it is. And all the way to negative in the back. So we don't have any rebound. Okay, perfect. Yeah, still a lot of travel. Not super steep, so, and it goes into parking, so you have to press the brakes and then it goes. So there's a spot like half a mile away from here. We're gonna go there and see how it does. But torque, I can tell you from the start, it is there, the same as the last year. And this is actually street tires, so they grip better. They don't, you know, spin as much as the last year model. Actually, smooth acceleration. Picks up very nicely. It's super windy today, so I hope you guys can hear me properly. I'll try to put this lower so you guys can see the numbers better. It's super sunny today. Still cold, 45, 47 degrees. Let's go. See what it does here. Oh, it goes. I have to slow down here. But it's smooth. It's very smooth and also powerful. Pickup is really, really nice. Good control. Very stable, guys. Very, very stable. I would say, from what I remember, it was last year, so it's not really accurate, but I feel like it's less aggressive. But also, because I have street tires, they grip better, so it's not much spinning, but also very, very powerful. It's just like not, you know, it doesn't feel extreme because of those tires, maybe. Suspension, fantastic, the same as the Emotional Res, the same as Teverun, the same as the Max Fun 10 Max that I tested recently. Oh, it went in the park, so I have to press the brakes. Forgot about that. But the frame is not so polished, that's why I probably have wiggle room to lower the price, but still sturdy, still clean, and pretty good. Yeah, the wind is insane. Like it's pushing me sideways. I'm not sure it's a good idea to test today the top speed. But I like how comfortable it is. I feel, you know, confident to push this to the max. Like I was going 75, 80, almost 90, and there's no wiggle, there's nothing, it's butter smooth. All right, let's try now. Yeah, so 98, but it's super windy. It's extremely windy, and I can feel how the scooter like moves left and right, but it's still super stable and very like comfortable. Like I can go faster. It's not scary. Let's see the GPS. The GPS 58 miles only. Wow. Range test, temperature 45 degrees, my weight 235 pounds, riding with speeds between 35 to 59 miles an hour, mostly 45 and 50 miles an hour range, closer to the max, pushing the scooter really hard, which is the funnest to ride on this model, covering 35 miles in range. Let's check the lights. First we're gonna turn the side panels. Look at this thing. And you can change the colors with the remote. Look at that. As I mentioned earlier, the same light as teverun. The light is freaking awesome. Lights up a little bit on the bottom, but if you go highway, I just came from a night ride and illuminates in front a lot. Also, let's check the brake lights. They have the flickering. Also have turning signals, you can see on the side. Not that bright as the rest of the lights. Yeah, nighttime riding is much safer with these lights. It's like Christmas tree. So freaking bright. We have good grips, hardware to secure them, new hydraulic nut brakes, very easy to use, one finger or two, good grip, comfortable. Now this here, very easy to reach. Here on the bottom, kind of like, you know, you have gloves, a little difficult, so you can maybe push it closer. But it'll be nice to see even something more compact, but even the way it is, lights, turning signals, horn. So pretty well done. Here on this side, very clean, just the throttle, have these buttons and lights. Very clean, very nicely done. Now let's go to the screen. So if you double tap, it goes into single, double tap goes in dual. That's the plus button. And we have 1 gear, 2nd gear, and 3rd gear. Maximum speed. Now to get into P settings, you hold plus and minus, press at the same time, and you get to P settings. On, off button will get you a different setting. To increase the values, you use plus and minus. To get out of it, just leave it for a couple of seconds and it will exit by itself. Very clean display. Here we have voltage, top speed. Here is the battery capacity, gear, and the distance covered. If you press any buttons now, it just shows you odometer and trip, last trip, nothing else. That's pretty much it, guys. Very clean. Size. Deck width, 11.5 inches. Deck length, 25.5 inches. Footrest in the back, 7 inches. So from the base to the top, 39 inches, to the handlebar, 41.5, 41 3/4. The handlebar, almost 27 inches. I suggested to put a rubber deck cover. They kept it grip tape because I think they want to keep it budget. And also here, you see there's clean, there's nothing here. So they want to keep it as much as possible affordable. But you can put here grip tape, rubber, anything you want. But look at the deck, it's clean, the same design, big lights. I like how here you see integrated very nicely, and you get not much detail in the frame. It's standard stuff, very smooth, very simple to produce, probably way cheaper than other scooters with all those, you know, details. Here just smooth straight lines, reflectors, fenders, very basic, very simple, but it works. Very good light. Probably here there's a horn also on the back, and the same standard mechanism. This mount here, I think you can take it off from here and it'll be much better to connect it right here and see if there's any wire inside. If there's no wire, if this goes down, just get an extension and run it through here, take it out and connect it here. I think it will be much better on this angle moving forward than this. You have a good steer dampener, it's compact, good action, a lot of positions, cables, nicely routed inside, very clean, not brakes, very good brakes, adjustability in the back. One thing that I like about scooters when the brakes are alternated, so front on the right, the rear on the left. Here we have brakes on both sides, in the back and here in the front, so not sure if this actually affects the handling, but I just like to have them diagonally, or two in the front, two in the back, if you have a scooter that goes over 70 miles an hour. And that's not the case here, which I don't know if it affects much performance. If you guys know, comment down below, but this is what I prefer. Not much to say, standard, basic, but very clean, guys. I like how simple and also effective and efficient. Long fender cover here, doesn't make noise and it doesn't splash in the rain. It's actually pretty good. If you get a scooter now, if you want a hyper scooter that's more basic, more like it's not, I can't say this is the same as the Obotter or the T-Wing Z4, because if you look at the shape of the frame, design, travel, angle, it's much smoother, much better quality, much better done. It just lacks, you know, the rubber pieces, the indentation, the sculpted, you know, the sculpted parts, the rear arms. But besides that, if you don't care about designs, you just want to have a scooter that's budget friendly but gives you performance of HYPERSCOOTER that costs over $3,000. $2,150 now on the sale. I don't think there's anything better on the market that outperforms this, or giving the same level of power at this price range. This is just dirt cheap. You can see the rubber spacer is missing. They're nicely wrapped here. This is the idea here. Give you a low price, a better package, better performance, a better scooter. Those little details that I mentioned, they're not that big of a deal. If I'm on a budget, I'd rather get this model and work on it and slowly invest and upgrade it and get it to where I want it to be. Trigger came positioned all the way up like that, so I don't know how people ride. I'm tall, so it's uncomfortable for me to like reach here. I push it down so it's a straight like press, and it's more control, and I push the brakes lower. It's a good trigger, very minimal. There's almost no dead zone there, which is great. Yeah, barely, very little safety zone, so not much dead zone, which I like. Good control, very intuitive, and this is 2 and 3. If I press it, and dual is gonna just, you know, take off. But I like more the arrest in motion trigger. You can probably upgrade. I will have to check this later and see if it fits there. But I would rather have that because it gives you more control, especially how much power the scooter gives you. It will be better to have it here, and you can, you know, hold the handlebar, especially for higher speeds. If you go like over 50 miles an hour, if you drive 25, 35, 40, this is perfectly fine. This is how the older version looks like inside. So 72 volts, 32 amp hour, has 2.3 kilowatts. And as you can see, it doesn't take entire space, so you can definitely put here a bigger battery. Let's see what's under. I have this foam here, and this is the upgraded version. So first thing I like here, we have a gasket that increases waterproofness. By the way, the scooter is IPX54 only. And look at this. This is the part I don't like. There's space here, and I'm okay with that. This is the battery, so you get 35 amp hours. You have the cells capacity. You have type of the cells, 21700s, and the model 20S7P. I'm okay having a smaller battery. They can offer another budget version that's more expensive, but gives you maybe 40 amps that fills this gap, right? And here, come on guys, this can be done better. I mean, it's tight, it doesn't move, and the battery, I actually crushed this. Like, I went really fast, really aggressive, and no movement, no noise, so everything's fine. But just look at this nonsense. Like, look at this. Like, this can be done so much better. Just cut some thicker foam and cut it nicely and put it here so it looks good. That's the only complaint I have so far. Like, everything else is pretty darn good. I mean, this works, but keep it done so much better. And let's open this up and let's see here. So, the same configuration, the same controllers. You compare with the older video, and have here 50 amps. Now, this can be done so much better, and this can be stacked up on top of each other, and this can be placed here. So you have all this like extra space that you can make a bigger battery and fill this gap in, and offer a $24, maybe $2,500 model for like 40 plus, 42, 45 amp battery. I mean, they can do the math and offer something compelling, but there's a good option here. There's space that can be used, and this is how it looks, guys. So I don't see any improvements here, but besides that, let me show you one more thing. And here is the seat option. It goes right here on top, and this is how it looks like. And you can add that to your order and have a seat for the scooter. Fully charged battery. It took like 3 miles to get here, or 2 miles, whatever. So it's 83 volts from 84.5. We have the speedometer app zeroed up. Let's see how much speed we get with the seat and for second time. Today is 70 degrees, much warmer, no wind. 2 days ago was like 45 degrees, like crazy wind. So let's see if this does better. Oh, brakes. Let's go on third level. don't know, why would you see? This is the second time or third time after testing Tetra and the 7260R. Alright, so here's 59 miles an hour. So this is it, guys. On the Relief GPS app, I recorded 61 miles an hour on the same stretch. Just to give you a size as an idea, comparison here between two options here, and why I'm showing teverun, because this is number one in my books. This is my favorite option for a higher end price level, under $5,000. Some websites offer for $4,400, $4,500, and this is the lower level, best entry price. So this was, and this is why I should get the scooter, and there are three reasons that I'll give you. Number one, this was sold last year in sale period for $23.50, and now you can get this for $2,150, so don't miss the chance. Second reason, this battery option on this model was 32 amp hour capacity, now it's 35 amp hours. And third reason, you get upgrade light and you have more polished scooter, you see better wire management and kind of like, I think better put together. Why I say better, because I think trigger action, it's much smoother. So when you press at the beginning, it just goes smooth. And then once you get like 30%, let's say 15, 20 miles an hour, it just takes off much faster and more power. So more intuitive, better polished settings and better components and better wire management here. So for $2,150, this is the best option I know, and it's a steal, guys. So the links will be down below. Check it out. Don't miss the sale window. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.